104.1 FM KTHX Reno and Lake Tahoe. MyRadioX.com worldwide, the Reggae Shack. Coming with the blazing Rasta vibes of rising vocal rootsman Zally, who is out lately with a new EP called Call on Jah. DJ Tracy Moore bringing it to you. Right now checking out the instrumental rhythm version of the best song on the album, in my opinion. It's coming up in just a moment, called I'm a Roots. And before that, we heard Leave Rasta Children Alone, Mama Nafi Cry, the title track, Call on Jah, and then an earlier one called One World. Yes, Zally comes with a creative force and power that makes you want to know more about him. So I'm very happy to say that right now, on the line and stepping into the Reggae Shack is Zally himself. Greetings, Zally. How's it going this evening?
Everything great, brother. Blessed. Give thanks for having me, you know?
Yes, man. Give thanks for stepping in. I'm glad you called in right when you did, because we're right in the middle of a half-an-hour set of some of your great musical offerings, most of which are from your brand new EP called Call on Jah. So first up, just big up to you for your resilience in forwarding your music, and I'm very much appreciate loving the sounds of your new EP called Call on Jah. So if you could just describe in your own words what your musical mission is all about.
My musical mission is to spread love, you know what I mean, and the hopefulness and the betterment of I people, you know, in the world, you know.
Nice.
For real, that's the kind of mission I'm on right now.
Yes, man. I do appreciate that very, very much. Now, your sound, you know, like the backing rhythms and stuff in your productions are very modern, but you seem very rooted in the ancient vibes of Rastafari. So if you could describe that a little bit for us.
Yeah, man, I raised up in the struggles, you know, so I have to represent the struggles of life and, you know what I mean, and defend it to the fullest, live it, you know what I mean, because I know, as I'm saying, you know, the youth them listen to the new beats more than listen to the original, you know what I mean, but we still gotta keep the message and the music. So that's to get it across, it was a dancehall track still, you know what I mean. So the kids them could learn from that faster than even them want to listen to the one drop, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you still have that kind of, you know, the deep vibe of reggae is still alive inside of that.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yes, so yeah, it was
rooted, you know?
True. Yeah, you seem very rooted, and it comes through in your music and also your vocal style too. Because like, you know, someone like Capleton, they call like a fire type of vocalist, and you seem to come with that same kind of fire vibe. If you could describe for the listeners a little bit up here in the snow country, what that fire is all about.
Fire is, you know what I mean, the purification of our thoughts, you know what I mean. It's more love and more life and respect each other, you know what I mean? You know, that kind of fire that I deal with, you know, it's verbal and it's herbal, you know?
Yes.
So I say, people have to know within themselves and out of themselves. I mean, it's just to control themselves. They have to know these things. So the fire that, as I mean, is eternal, you know what I mean? Straight up. The love where you share, I mean, you know, holding a grudge. Respect each other, you love your neighbor as yourself, you see me?
True.
The fire that bubble.
Right, so you burn away the misunderstanding and the hatred and some of those things that you learned that really aren't useful for living in love and unity, and just fire it away, huh?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man.
Straight up.
Yes, so you know, you rose up from life in the poverty zone and made music your life's work. Do your works, you know, obviously they represent your soul and your heart and everything, and very much the voice of the kind of ghetto youth perspective. You know, like how would you describe that kind of approach in your music?
Well, that kind of approach is I keep it current, you know, because I can't take that out of it, you know. Because I don't, you know what I mean, my music is not about glamour or hype, you know what I mean. As I say, it's more like a motivation and an inspiration, you know what I mean? Uplift the people, protect the people, guide the people, you know, because there's too much distraction out there. And growing up in the slum, we don't have much, you know what I mean? We used to kick the ball with a box.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have a real ball, we have to use a box, so.
Yeah.
I mean, them struggles there, so I have to keep it natural. happening, and it is what it is.
Yes.
Straight up.
And so you just bring that creativity, the same creativity that helped you have a game with a box. Now you're putting it into your music and speaking the truth in that way.
Positive, brother, because it's like, if you don't have a ball, where you gotta not kick, you know what I mean? Don't do nothing. We find a way to make a ball, man.
Yeah, the game has to go on.
That's the fire.
Yeah, whether it's kicking a ball or whether it's life itself, you know. So, yes, the power that's in your music and the straightforward message, not only in the lyrics that you say, but just the style of your vocals, you know. You're not trying to be too, you know, sounding like Frank Sinatra or anything, you know. You're just coming in such a real way that I think it resonates with people.
Yeah, man. Original, brother.
Yes,
original.
So now, how do people link with your new EP called Call on Jah?
So right now you can get it online, you know, all retail stores, or you can visit zallybuff.com. That's my personal website, you know what I mean? Everything is there straight up.
All right, Zally Buff?
Yeah, it's ZALLYBUFF.
BUFF. All right, ZallyBuffBuff.com, listeners. Link up with the vibrations and the iriness and the straightforward truth message of Zally. Big vibes to you tonight. So my favorite song on the EP is the great one called I'm a Roots. I love that one.
Yeah.
And now, you know, one of the things you say in that song is, you know, I walk with a limp and a swagger. So, you know, as a Rasta man moving through Babylon in these times, when you walk with a limp and a swagger, what kind of message, what is that saying to the Babylon world or just to people in general? What does that mean?
Because we're ragamuffin, man. We're ragamuffin, you know what I mean? The weather don't change us, you know what I mean? The time to change us. So if I even walk on the street or up the street, when you see me, you know who me is. And method, like, you know what I mean? It's more like a metaphor, analogy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The step where we step in a Gideon, you know what I mean? We not go backward, we move forward, no care how rough it is.
Right.
Straight up, and the swagger now, it means my lifestyle, you know? I ain't no food, but you ain't gonna know if I'm hungry, you dig?
Right, so either way, you're just walking forward with victory.
Rastafari.
Yes, well, man, wish we could talk longer, but my time is limited here, and I'm happy to get back to some more Zally music as well. So we're going to seal it up right there, and I want to give thanks to you so much for taking the time to call into the Reggae Shack tonight. Give thanks.
Yeah, man, same way, Bubba, give thanks and much respect for having me, you know, big up every time.
Yes, man, I look forward to hearing more of your music, so keep in touch with me and keep it coming, brother.
Yes, sir, and love, Selassie.
One love. The great Zally on the Reggae Shack tonight here on 100.1 The X. Right now we're going to hear that favorite tune. It's called I'm a Roots from his brand new LP called Call on Jah. Remember, it's zallybuff.com. More information and more tracks from Zally. You're checking this on the Reggae Shack right now. This one's a special dedication to Brother Robert, the Buffalo Soldier. It's the Reggae Shack 100.1 The X. Run it, Zally.
I'm a roots, walk with a limp and a swagger. I'm a roots.